Hello, this is the translation for this video is 云南沐家有多牛. You can say how special the Yunnan Moh's family are. And some specialists say if without the Moh's family in Yunnan maybe would become the second Vietnam. Okay? Let's get started. We're going to do the sentence by sentence translation.
王府并不是王府，因为穆家一脉。
So we call the king of Mo actually is not the emperor's relatives. Okay, it's not like that.
其正经传承的爵位只是前国公。
The official they receive their title is the 前国公. 前 means Yunnan, and 国 means country. Gong is you can say it's a duke or something. So they will only receive a title which is not like directly the children of the emperor. They just receive a title.
并没有称王，所以
So they never declare themselves as a king because a lot of people sent to the different province or something. So after several generations, you can say that's a rebellious, they against the original, the emperor, so they made themselves the king. But most family didn't do that because they loyal to the Ming dynasty.
准确的讲，穆王府应该叫做前国公府。
So that's why they call the Mu Wang Fu, the King Mo, their you can say their house is not really the right way. They should say 全国公府. That means the house of the Yunnan. Their title is Yunnan Duke of Yunnan.
但是穆家坐镇云南200多年。
But most family reside in Yunnan for over 200 years.
贯穿整个明朝，在当地的影响力之大，比藩王有过之。
So they reside in Yunnan for over 200 years. So the you can say the influence of them, the Mo's family is more than the we call the foreign king. Foreign king more like they become their own king. Then they just announce they obey to Chinese king, which is the Ming dynasty, but they are doing their own. Okay, because those you can call the like American Indian people. You can say they're kind of rude and uncivilized, but most families from the emperor, so they are civilized.
当地百姓为了表示尊敬，故称前国公府为穆王府。
Because local people respect them, so they just say you're the king. You're not just a 前国公. 前国公 sounds like you receive a title. You're just receive a title, but 穆王 you're become a king. You're like an emperor. You're independent kind of like. So they call them 穆王府.
鹿鼎记中，毛18曾对韦小宝说
This story, which is unreal, is a 鹿鼎记 is a fiction. Okay, and then inside the story, this the guy named 韦小宝, and then somebody 毛18 told 韦小宝 say,
当年明太祖起兵反元，穆王爷穆英立有大功。
Back to the history that when 朱元璋 started the Ming dynasty, and the Mu Ying is you can say is a general, and he did a great job, and he conquered Yunnan.
平服云南，太祖封他穆家永镇云南。
So that's why the 朱元璋, the first emperor of the Ming dynasty, and titled him the Mo family will reside in Yunnan for generations, forever.
咱们江湖汉子敬重穆王府，倒不是为了穆英穆王爷，
That means that in that movie, in that novel, it said we respect him is not really for Mu Ying, the first you can say the first guy. Actually, respect is the Mu Tianpo. It's the 15th generation, because he is the descendant of Mu Ying.
而是为了他的子孙穆天波，明朝末代皇帝贵王逃到缅甸。
When Ming Dynasty, the last emperor is Gui Wang, he ran to Burma, okay, and because the Qing Dynasty tried to arrest him.
缅甸的坏人要杀贵王，穆天波带住。
So when the Burma's bad guy tried to kill the Gui Wang, the last emperor of Ming, so Mu Tianpo, the Mu Ying's 15th generation descendant, willing to be killed for their king, their emperor. So that's why he is a very, you can say, devoted person, loyalty to the emperor.
而死。金庸先生通过这段对话，其实已经基本说清了穆王府的兴盛和灭亡。
So in that novel, Jin Yong is the famous writer in Taiwan, and he already said the starting and the end of the Moh's family, because the Mu Tianpo was the 15th generation. After him, pretty much the Ming Dynasty is gone. We started with the Qing Dynasty, so Moh's family stepped down.
穆王府的始祖叫穆英，是明朝的。
So the starting person of the Moh's family is the Mu Ying. He was the first emperor of the Ming Dynasty, Zhu Yuanzhang's adopted son, and he was really famous and a general.
开国功臣更是朱元璋的义子，当然，朱元璋的义子很多，有20多个。
Of course, and Zhu Yuanzhang, the first king of Ming, who has about over 20 adopted sons, but the Mu Ying was we can say ranked number 1 because he was the first adopted son.
但是在朱元璋的众多义子中，穆英绝对是最受器重的那一个。
Because the Zhu Yuanzhang trust the Mu Ying more than any other adopted son. That's why Mu Ying, they don't even know who are those other adopted sons, but everybody know Mu Ying is the one.
穆英8岁便被朱元璋收为义子，是朱元璋第一个义子。
When Mu Ying was only 8 years old, he was adopted by Zhu Yuanzhang and became his first adopted son.
当时朱元璋还没有儿子，所以就是想把穆英当作接班人来培养。
At that time, Zhu Yuanzhang didn't have his own son or something, so he treated Mu Ying as his inherit son, which means he might be the king. The king in the future.
只不过后来朱元璋陆续生了太子朱标，还收了外甥李文忠做义子。
But later on, Zhu Yuanzhang has his own son named Zhu Biao, and also he accept his nephew become his son. So that means that these two people are really you can call it bloody relatives. Okay, so then push down the Mu Ying, more and more.
底下能当接班人的人选也越来越多。由于血缘关系，穆英的继承顺位也不断往后排。
That's why the ranking is pushed back. So Mu Ying will not be the position 1. Maybe down to, I don't know, maybe 5, 10.
但是当不了皇子，并不意味着穆英就被放弃了。穆英
If Mu Ying cannot be you say cannot be the prince, that doesn't mean he was give up or he's still very important to 朱元璋。
自幼即被朱元璋收留为养子，宅心仁厚的马。
because Mu Ying was adopted by the Zhu Yuanzhang, and then the Zhu Yuanzhang's wife is Queen Ma, and she's a very kind lady, and she spent time and you can say teach Mu Ying a lot, so they have a pretty good relationship.
皇后对这个无依无靠的孩子自然也是关爱有加。
So that's why they have very deep relationship and love between Queen Ma and Mu Ying. Also, Zhu Yuanzhang's own son Zhu Biao and treat Mu Ying as a brother. So they have very deep relationship and feeling.
和朱标感情深厚，兄弟之义超过血亲，在这方面，其他那些义子和义侄绝不可比。
So, from Zhu Biao's point of view, then Mu Ying becomes so important, just like his own brother. As no other people can be in that position.
此外，沐英从小就跟着朱元璋，所以深受朱元璋的信任，再加上自身能力确实尚可。
Besides that, because Zhu Yuanzhang, trusted Mu Ying, and Mu Ying was with him since he was young, and also Mu Ying is very capable, so making Zhu Yuanzhang really rely on Mu Ying a lot, and give him some important position.
所以年纪轻轻就被朱元璋委以重任，率军南征北战，为朱元璋开。
And that is why then Zhu Yuanzhang gave him a very important position, and they fight to the North Mongolia, fight to the south to Yunnan area, and that made the Mu Ying becomes such an important general in Ming Dynasty. That's the first part.